Hello everybody, this is Refresh, and I'm here to continue with my white-black Lifegain deck. I won that last game in a very contentious game with only 10 cards left and a 1 in 10 chance of pulling out the one card I still had in the deck that would get me out of a loss on the following turn. And I'm looking forward to seeing where this deck takes me in the next game. We have an opponent. We're up against Maggie. We are being evenly matched here, so they must be doing well as well. We have two drops. I think this is pretty good. I think we can start with the Drog Skull and then get the Blood Voldaire and Bloodcaster. The Headless Rider is really nice as a follow-up. I just need to draw lands. And, you know, knowing this game, I might get screwed here and just not draw it. Who knows? Hopefully that's not the case. My opponent is starting with an Unholy Efficient, which is... Alright, I drew the land, so that's great. I'm going to play this, and we'll get the Bloodcaster going. Well, I mean, depends on what they have, but we'll see. Oh, they're playing the Spirits deck. Okay, a strong deck. Okay, the Steelclad Spirit, that prevents me from getting through. It's fine, I'll just play my Flyer then. Actually, we'll play the Headless Rider. Yeah, that's fine. No need to attack. Okay, sure. We are at 4. I could kill something now, but I think what I want to do is just get up in the air. This is more... efficient with my spells. I guess the Scavenger would be too, but I think I just want to get up in there and start getting some damage through. So we'll start like this. I could trade this for this, but that seems like a terrible way to do things. I'd rather trade it for one of these, so we're just going to stay on the defense here. This is really just a 2-for-1 for me, but it's a pretty good 2-for-1. Like, I'm glad to make that trade. Alright. Okay, it's a good card, but they've got nothing in there, so that's a trade I'm also willing to make here. Alright, they're just gonna come in for some life gain. This seems like a terrible idea, but I'll take it. I'm not quite sure what that was about. That's an interesting choice. Just want to gain some life. I'm okay with that. A little temporary life gain is no big deal for me. I don't like casting the Gargantua right here, so I won't. I'll just cast the Wedding Invitation and see what's next. Land? Okay, Heron is not a land, but you know, that's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, I think they're trying to figure out what they're doing. Maybe they're trying to figure out what this ability is. Maybe they're distracted. Who knows? I'm going to attack with a Bloodcaster for sure. I don't have a defense for that. It's easy damage. We can play the Heron next time. Heron? Is it Heron or Heron? I'm probably saying it wrong. This is not a bird that I regularly encounter. Okay. Gutter Skulker, that's annoying. That's definitely gonna race me effectively. But we've got some decent blockers here. They got the 5, so they can start pumping up that efficient too. It's kind of annoying. Okay. I think the Ancestor is the one that I would trade for the most. That I'm gladdest to trade for. Okay, they're not gonna do it. Sure. Okay, we have Piercing Light, which is nice. We'll go ahead and attack. Attack with you. Piercing Light? Maybe that's their last card? No. I mean, I would shoot the Voldaren Bloodcaster. But we'll play the Heron next. We're mana screwed. But, you know, for being mana screwed, this is not the worst of conditions that I can be in. They have one card in here. Okay, interesting. Double Gast. Okay. I mean, it's slow, but it will do the thing. I'm guessing they attack with a Skulker. That's what I would do. Yeah, seems fair. Okay. Sure. Voice of the Blessed, huh? Huh. Alright, we're gonna attack. Attack with both of these. I guess I can cast the Voice next. But, yeah, this mana screw thing is not cool. Cast the Voice next. End the turn. Alright, I can start pumping this up with the Heron and getting some life in the air. And that should help mitigate some of what's going on here. But, you know, this is definitely bad feels because I'm mana screwed. My opponent's kind of got a really good board here. Sure. That makes it harder when I play the Rot-Tide Gargantua. Okay, they'll hit me for 3. That's pretty fair. I'll just gain 3 off the Heron and pump my Voice. I think that's fine. Alright, or I can do this. Question is, do I want to play the Gargantua and remove something off their board? Let's do that. I think that's good. They'll get me a blood with the the Voldaren Bloodcaster. And the infantry will get bigger, so I like that too. They'll take their time thinking. What am I going to sacrifice? Okay, they're going to spend a lot of time thinking, apparently. This is going to be a really long game, isn't it? Okay. I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe they don't understand what's going on here. Okay, now we go to combat. Tap down the Heron, that's fine. I could attack, but I think I'm at a point... Well, no. I mean, I can't block the Skulker anyway, so... I'm still going to attack with this on the turn. Okay, sure. I don't know what that was about. That was a curious play on their part. Like they pitched the heirloom for that? I don't get it. Okay, that gets bigger, sure. They attack with their 3/3. I think that's what I have to get rid of now. Unfortunately. Yeah. We'll go to combat. I think they tapped on the Heron. Oh, interesting. I mean, that's fine. We'll attack with the 2 flyers. And then we'll pump you. We'll gain some life back. That guy gets bigger. Then we'll end the turn. Okay. Tap a guy down. Just hitting for 3. Okay. Not blocking. They're empty-handed. It's interesting. Okay. I've got options here. But things are not great. Killing this would make it so that they can hit with this, which is kind of annoying, because they can do that and hit me for 5. Let's see if they tap anything down first. Let me see. If I do a full body swing, let's see if they tap anything down. Okay, yeah, tap down the big guy. I'm gonna attack with just you and get the life gain. Yeah. That'll make this bigger. Sure. That makes this bigger. And then we'll play the Recluse as a defender. That'll keep the piercing light up as a way of nailing the spirit. And then we end the turn. So I've got defenders all over the place. Sure. Now that's a thing I want to kill, which is fine. Okay, they're coming to attack. Okay. Sure, sure, sure. Okay. Don't know. Maybe they'll tap something down? Okay, it has first strike. They have no cards in hand, though. I think that's fine. So I'm going to just shoot this. Alright, we'll go to blockers. You block here. I think this is a fine chump. Actually, this is a kind of a nice trade here. If I trade here, I take the 5. You eat this. I shoot this. I don't have enough mana to do both things, which is kind of annoying, huh? I think this is fine, right? Okay. 2 blockers. Sure. I don't know if that does what they think they want it to do. We'll get rid of that thing. Do I want another land? At this point, I guess it's not the worst, but let me get something better than land here. No. Okay. I got rid of all that. I have more blockers now. Then we'll go to my turn. And then we just bleed them dry and win. Good game. Yeah, play the land. Go to combat. Attack. Pump this. And hit. They made some curious plays. I wasn't quite certain what some of those choices were about. So I'm not going to like say, oh, I won a really tight game. That was, I mean, my opponent definitely, it wasn't like a losing game for them that whole way. It's just some of the plays that they made were a little bit on the curious side. All right, we'll just keep going then. We're at 3-0 somehow with this white-black deck. So I'm pretty happy with that result. But yeah, that was some unusual plays on the part of my opponent. I'm not quite sure what they were going for there. Not that to say that I'm like the best Magic player in the world. You've definitely seen me punt here and there if you've watched several of my videos. All right, we got an opponent. Are we being matched even? All right, matched even. We're both gold. There are better gold. All right, not a great start, but 3 removals and a Kindly Ancestor is not the worst thing in the world. But again, yeah, I would have preferred something better than this. I'm going to keep this, though. Hopefully I'll draw it into a 2-drop. Or a land. Or a swamp. Really what I want is a swamp and a 2-drop in the next couple draws. They're going first, though. It's not as good for me. That's a 2-drop. They're definitely playing the best deck. Play 2-drop. I am not blocking. You got me. Belligerent Guest is nice. We'll play this, and then play the Kindly Ancestor. Glad to trade with the Belligerent Guest. They might have removal for it. That'll feel bad, but that's life sometimes. Harvester is a good card. I definitely need to get rid of that so that it doesn't kill my guy. This is a trade I'm glad to make. Oh, okay, sure. That's not the card that I was hoping for. Alright, I'm going to try to make it so that my voice is outside of... No, it's not going to happen. I don't have the mana for it. Alright, we'll just play another Kindly Ancestor then. Oh, I hate that Belligerent Guest. Alright, here we go. Kindly Ancestor number 2. Would have preferred a bleed dry, but here we are. If they can generate another blood, that's going to mean that they can shoot down either of my creatures. So I'm probably going to double block that Belligerent Guest if they choose to attack with it. Which means they can eat my Voice of the Blessed, but they can't kill both. Well, that's the thing. If they have... It's going to feel bad, right? I'm going to double block. They'll kill both, losing this and this. If it hits me for 4, then they have 2. They can kill either of these. That's also bad. So, do they have removal? I guess is the question. They can't kill both on the surface, right? So I think that this is a correct play. It's not a happy play, but it's a correct play, I think. Maybe they have their removal. Oh, they don't. Okay. Sure. And then they can use the Harvester to kill this. Wedding Security, okay, that's a good card. That I can stop. Okay, so they chose not to get rid of it. If I play 2, I can get 1 and place the card as imprisonment regardless, so I think we'll do that. Okay, we got a land, sure. And then we'll imprison you. And that'll prevent them from getting their engine on the turn. That's annoying. Be nice to them for that. Great. Good job, buddy. Okay. We will play a land. And they don't have any mana. I guess I could shoot, like... I can either eat this or shoot this. I think that we're going to do one of those two. In the turn. Okay. I think taking 3 is fine here. No. What else? It's got a card against indestructible. Okay. There's 1. Okay, we'll just exile this then. Could really use a black mana. Realize that I don't have one. We are going to pitch the plains. Hopes of getting the black mana that I really need. Heron is not great, but it will do. Wedding Security is not great. I really want a black mana. As it stands, I guess I'm playing the Heron and holding tight. But this is definitely not a good space for me. No attacks. Yeah, this is like, I'm gonna lose stuff. Okay. So they're looking for something better than a swamp. Maybe another, oh, anything better. I guess they're looking for gas. Okay. Yeah. Are they cracking? I think trading one of these... Oh no, they'll just shoot the other one with this and eat that, so I can't do much. Okay, no blocks. Alright, this is really holding me off, and the fact that I have this is really annoying as well. Diagraph Scavenger is not the worst. So let's go ahead and do that as a defensive play. Would have preferred a swamp, but I'll take the Scavenger for sure. We'll eat the belligerent guest. Gain a little bit of extra life. At this point, I don't think holding you back is helpful, so we'll go to combat. We'll attack with the Heron. See if they block. Go ahead and pump you. Why not? Reteam in this race. End of turn. I'm guessing they just attack, right? Okay, they discard a card to make that indestructible. That is not worth it. If I double block this, then they just activate this and kill this, and then, or kill this, and then that eats that. So I just have to take this, unfortunately. I mean, my life gain has helped me hold on. I would really love a swamp, though. What they're pitching. They've got so much better card filtering than me. Like, I don't know how I win this one. Got a swamp, so that helps. Okay. I am at 7 mana. That's great. We're going to go to combat. We'll go ahead and attack with you. Are they doing blockers? No. So we'll go ahead and pump you. Gain some life. And I can cast you as a proper blocker. If they can generate 2 blood, that'll be bad for me, but they don't have any blood right now. So I think playing you will deter attacks. I mean, they might have removal, and that would suck, but we can't, like, play around the cards that they might have that we don't know that they have. Okay, they had removal. So that does suck, but again, like, that's fine. I have removal too. I can kill anything that they land. Okay. Blockers, no blocks. If I have mana up, though, I can bleed dry them to make them just waste cards, and that's not the worst thing in the world. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go to combat. We'll attack with our flyer. Okay. We'll play the bystander. And we'll hold bleed dry up. In the turn. So when if they attack with the Bloodthorn Squire, which I'm guessing that they do, seems fair. We're gonna go to blockers and we're gonna double block like this. So if they pitch a card, sure. And then I just get rid of that thing altogether. So they lost 2 cards for 1. Go to my turn. Okay. This thing is annoying. But now I can turn this race around by flying in for damage. So I think I do that. If I gain 3 or more life this turn, so power you up, go to combat, attack with you. We'll end the turn. This becomes a big boy. Okay. Play this land. Go to combat. Attack. Attack. Power you up. End the turn. They've got a lot of cards. I'm just like waiting for them to play something of note here. Or maybe they're just flooding. Like this is the point where I think they just flooded. They just could not draw any action. And I won because of that. And that's, you know. I got there without any like ridiculous cards of any sort. So that kind of feels good. Alright, we're 4-0. We're gonna... I guess we keep going. Wow. 4-0 with this deck. I mean, there are some really good cards in here, but I didn't see that in the last game. This is just one where my deck outpaced theirs and won on the variance of the draw at the end. I can't really complain about that. This format has really been like a feast or famine type of format, right? Like I'm either winning a lot in a row or I'm just getting destroyed, and I'm never anywhere in the middle. And that's kind of a weird feeling, you know? Usually I'm like, I suck at a format or I'm good at a format. In this one, like, it's just straight down the middle. I either just bomb out or I do well. I got the 4, so I feel pretty good about that. We're getting matched up to Zaza, 93, platinum player. It's not great. It's slow. I basically have 2 removal spells and I'm waiting to turn 4. I don't love it, but I think I can still keep it. Like I can hold down the ground for a little bit. Yeah, and then with 3 removal spells, and then, you know, whatever they got. Thalia's good. Thalia dies. So I'm playing like the mirror match here. Perishblade Trainee I do not care about. We'll play this. We'll play the Bloodcaster. Hold that Piercing Light. I'm sure that they have some removal for the Bloodcaster. Meh. Shoot you. I just want to scry. Oh, we want that. Yes, please. Okay, Minister's good. We'll play this. We're gonna attack. I think just play the Socialite as a better body. Maybe they have Pierce Ability. They don't. Okay, I'm okay with that. This is a good card draw thing. I have removal. I have Rot Tide. Now do they have removal? I don't know. We'll see. Interesting. Okay, that's the one they want to kill, not the flyer. They must have something else for my flyer. Sure. Okay, sure. Play this. Go to combat, attack with you. We'll play the Purifier. End the turn. We'll see. I mean, they've got a whole lot of stuff. I don't really care about their Felstinger. Because I can just... No blocks. I have Imprisonment as removal. For whatever good card. Like that. Good card that they play. So I think I just imprison that. Okay, see ya. We're going to go on the attack. We're going to draw the card off the Purifier. Feels good. We're going to play this land. I think we're going to stop after that land, though. End turn. We'll pay the 2. Auto pay. Great. Fight is good. Definitely stops my assault with the Bloodcaster. Do they have a sack outlet for the Squire? Okay, so we're just on a holding pattern. That's fine. We have 6, 7 mana. It's not enough. I think I exile this thing. Right? I can play this. Or I can exile. I think I exile. Let's exile right now. No, we'll play this. I think having this on the ground is a little better. Next combat. I'm not attacking now. I don't want to trade this for either of these. That's my card advantage engine. But the Kindly Ancestor is a nice way to punch through that. I can also sack it to the Rotite Gargantua. And get rid of one of their defenders. We'll see. I think I definitely gotta get rid of that Bloodstorm Squire, because that makes the Gargantuan beats not as good. Okay, they're getting flooded, which is less good for them. Wow, this is just like really good with that. I think I want to go to combat and trade this for one of these two. So we'll go to combat. We're going to attack with my Ancestor. Happy to make this trade. Okay, sure. That means I'm just going to draw a card. Okay, we'll play the Ancestor then. And we'll just sack this. Get rid of this thing. So the Gargantua should be able to rip up something that they have, and then we'll just be able to keep attacking. Seems good. Seems good. End the turn. I'm not drawing a card. I should have, though. That was a mistake. But now I have the card draw engine right here. So we'll do this. We'll give you a point here. Go to combat and attack with you. My opponent is having terrible luck. Look at all the lands that they drew. Okay. I'm going to play this land, because that'll get me to 7. Oh, I didn't need to do that, actually. Well, we're totally going to pay for that. Now we have an extra card. Oh, they're... I'm sorry. Like, that just feels bad. They can't do much. My turn. I don't need that land. We'll play this just to see what's up. Drew a card. Scavenger's nice. I can eat probably the Thalia. How are you up again? If I attack with everybody, it's block, block, bad trades. Yeah, we'll go ahead and attack with you. I'm sure that they take the trade now. That's a fair trade to take. I get another blood. I can eat that. I think I do. That'll leave me with... Wait. Oh, I still have him played. Okay, so we'll eat that. Fellstinger. Getting Thalia back, it does not really impact this board very much. Then we'll go ahead and go to the next turn. We'll pay the 2, draw the card. They're in deep trouble. Yeah, oof. I'm sorry. Oh man, that's tough. They just could not draw to save their lives. I gotta feel bad. I wonder if they're swearing on the other side. You know, some people take like Mana Screw in different. People take Mana Screw in many different ways. All right, we got a black and green that seems appropriate. We'll open some packs and assign some mastery. Seems good. All right, we can take Dig Up. No. Alchemist Gambit. No. Path of Peril. Probably. Of those, I'm most likely to take that. Lantern Flare. Alright, Path of Peril is probably my first choice, followed by Lantern Flare. Oh, well, there we go. Path of Peril. I guess we can take the sleeve. Yeah, it seems cool. We'll take the sleeve. Alright, and we'll open a couple packs and we'll call it a night. We have 3. Alright, here we go. We have Ballista Watcher. I like that. Chandra Dust Kills. You know, it's probably still good enough. It's not like the best Planeswalker that you can do, but there's card advantage, there's ramp, there's, you know, a little bit of damage that it can do, and it's kind of a damage sink because it'll probably just be attacked until it's off the board, even though it's kind of on the weaker side. Ballista Watcher is probably the correct pick of all of these cards here. This is the strongest, followed by Fierce Retribution. All right. Well, I like Cannon Ancestor too. Don't get me wrong. All right, here I have Voice of the Blessed. The correct pick is Blood Tithe Harvester because that is just so strong. Then you'd want to hope to get this back, but you know, I have Voice of the Blessed. Like, this Lifegain deck was a lot of fun. If I can just get the right parts, this can be bonkers. So do I want Voice of the Blessed? Yes. The correct pick is the Blood Tithe Harvester. And that is it for me tonight. Let me know what your thoughts were about the games that I played in the comments. If you enjoyed this stream, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more of my streams, you can hit subscribe. This was Refresh. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Good night.